In order to unlock Baby Mario, you'll have to complete Super Mario Tennis's third challenge, more commonly known as level 1-3. Now while 1-3 was pretty easy in the original Super Mario Bros., it's a bit trickier here thanks to that pesky time limit. But before we dive into the level walkthrough, let's cover a few quick ground rules. Tip number 1, earn additional time by hitting everything. Okay, maybe not everything, but most things you can interact with will net you precious time on the clock, but not everything's created equal. Individually, power-ups such as a mushroom and fire flower award the most time, followed by defeating enemies with coins taking a distant last place. But because coins can be found all over the place, they're more than worth your while. Though if it comes down to, say, a coin or a Goomba, always go for the Goomba. Tip number 2, look to the sky for secrets. Even though there appears to be a lot of empty space, it's worth exploring as you just might discover invisible blocks. And where there's smoke, there's fire, as invisible blocks usually come in clusters. Now, although most of these blocks only contain coins, they'll occasionally conceal something as valuable as a 1-up. And speaking of valuables, that takes us to tip 3, go for the power-ups. Yeah, we probably don't need to tell you this, but grabbing the power-ups will make your life much easier. Mushrooms will supersize your ball, which not only makes it easier to hit targets, but also allows you to destroy bricks, which will net you extra time. Fire flowers causes your tennis ball to spit out a pair of fireballs every time it connects with a screen, which can both take out distant enemies and collect coins for you with almost no effort. And finally, stars are money-making machines, turning almost every spot your ball hits into a coin, which is a great way to stall the timer. Now you're going to need precision to pull off our tips so far, and that's where tip number 4 comes in, learn proper ball control. Because your targets come at a variety of heights, you need to learn which shots to use for different altitudes. And even though you have a bunch of shot types available, you really only need to use 3 of them to reach any part of the screen: slice, topspin, and lob. Let's stop the video for a second to show you what I mean. Picture the screen as if it were split into 3 sections: low, medium, and high. The 3 shot types I mentioned before each correspond to a colored section. You should use slice shots for anything near the ground, whereas topspin shots should be used for most other things. But if you want to reach anything higher, near the top of the screen, you're going to have to use lobs. Now another thing to keep in mind is that each shot's height is dictated by how long you charge it for. This is especially important for the lobs, which vary greatly based on your charge. So if you want to target something super high, make sure to back up to give yourself more time to charge your shot. And that wraps it up for our general tips. Now for tip 5, follow our walkthrough, which starts right now. Shortly after starting the level, you'll want to grab the mushroom from the 3rd question block. Beware that there's a row of invisible blocks to the right of it that will lead the mushroom right off a cliff if you're not careful. Fortunately, you can plug the hole by using a slice to reveal a pair of invisible blocks. Shortly after, you'll reach a trio of pipes. The center one will take you to a hidden area, but you might want to grab the hidden one up at the base of the coin arrow first. Now take the center pipe down to a hidden underground area. There's a small treasure trove down here, as there's a pair of coin blocks on either side of each Koopa Troopa. The best way to plunder this treasure is to set the Koopa shells into motion. And make sure to grab the mushroom or fire flower from the middle block. Once you've taken most of the treasure, get out of there before you waste any time. After exiting, you have one more chance to grab the 1-up below the coin arrow if you didn't grab it before. Now grab the power-up from the top question block ahead and reveal the invisible blocks leading up to it if you have time. Immediately after, set the Buzzy Beetle into motion to quickly plunder the 2 coin blocks on either side, and grab the invisible blocks surrounding him while you're at it. Soon after, you'll pass another trio of pipes and come across 4 sets of blocks, with a giant arrow pointing to the top right set. Yep, there's a secret there. Hit the center block to reveal a beanstalk. Then hit the beanstalk itself to be taken to a secret area in the clouds. Here you'll find a ton of coins and hidden blocks right below them that even spell a secret message. When all is said and done, you should have at least stalled the timer, if not added some additional time to the clock. And if you miss a beanstalk for whatever reason, don't sweat it. You can still make it. It'll just be a little harder to hold off the clock. Either way, you'll be at the flagpole soon enough, and there's some prime coin opportunities right at the end. For one, each of the final blocks is a coin block. Secondly, there's a bunch of hidden blocks just left at the top of the flagpole that form an arrow. Thirdly, if you have the time to spare, there's a few coin blocks hidden on the castle itself just below the 2 second-story windows. It'll earn you a few extra points. Finally, when it comes to the flagpole itself, back up and give it a fully charged lob shot to hit the flag for maximum points. Alright, and that wraps up our tips for Super Mario Tennis level 1-3. So in summary, hit everything to earn time, look for secrets, go for the power-ups, use proper ball control, and most importantly, follow our walkthrough. With these tips, Baby Mario should be yours. Thanks for watching, and be sure to visit GameXplain.com for more Mario Tennis Open tips.